him for a minute here, but it is interesting to note that BugRancher hasn't placed his overlords on the edge of his main over the airspace to spot any drop play or anything, especially after Nazy used that drop play in the beginning, or rather. So I think it's interesting that he didn't decide to put his overlord there.
Yeah, I think Bug's still running unfair that there are a couple of Vikings hanging around the map and the sniper overlords. And here comes the drop. Bug is way out of position. He has no units to handle this. He's gonna pull off the drones, which is a smart move. Nazy's gonna try to do as much damage as he can while Bug's units aren't there. But here comes the Banelings. The Banelings are exploding and destroy those Marines. Good play from BugRancher. Minimum loss. Where did he send all the drones? He should send them back to wood now. Okay, there they are in front of the base. He should send them back. Nazy doing the fake attempted drop, and he's gonna drop straight back where he dropped initially. And he should get out of there, but he's gonna die to all these mutas. I think Bug looking really good in this position right now. Nazy is requesting a pause. I have nowhere to tell me okay, and here's Nazy. Bug says okay, he can, and Nazy pauses the game. So while we're pausing, Bug on the way to an attack. What do you think is gonna outcome of that?
Excuse me.
Nazy, Bug is on the way to make an attack. As you can see in the middle of the map, there's a long stream of Zerglings and Banelings and probably some mutas as well. Do you think it's gonna be effective, or do you think you should hold back just a bit?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't know if he really intends to end the game right now, or if he's just going. He hasn't really scouted the natural that recently, I don't think. Since his mutas were up there, and had to come back to deal with the drop, so he might just be sending them to the expansion. I guess we'll find out if he's actually going to try to end it now, or just try to deny it from expanding. It's going to be extremely hard for Nazy to win right now, I think, with the very small amount of forces he has. He does have, 36 SCVs compared to 33 drones, but BugRancher is about to have the gold, which, as you know, increases the efficiency of your mining. So I think it's going to be pretty tough for Nazy right now.
Okay, so we have the resume, and here comes Bug. 2 Thors just there, a couple Marines as well. So those mutas might have a bit of a problem if he does decide to push. And Nazy building another turret. I think that's overkill. Really, it's just really wasted resources. Don't think a single turret is going to do that much damage. And here comes Bug now pushing in with those mutas, loses about 3 of them. Ouch, bad play from him.
And yeah, that'll hurt a little bit, but with the massive advantage that has building right now, I'm not sure it's really going to matter. Nazy's had that command center for a little while. He's just moving it out now, and I don't know if he's just going to be able to harvest from it with all these forces that Bug has built up, but I guess we'll see.
Not that alone, Nazy's pretty much all the resources in his main base, so he's pretty much still on one base. Even if he does get this expansion up, he doesn't have any sort of major resource income right now. While Bug has pretty much still 3 bases going, a lot of minerals still left in the main base, so Nazy in a lot of trouble. Those 3 Thors are not going to be that good versus all those Zerglings, especially with the mutas. Where are the mutas? Mutas aren't moving. Bad control here from BugRancher. And I think he really just suicided some of his units there. Those mutas should have been in the battle, and he could have cleaned up that force from Nazy and pretty much end the game.
Yeah, I think that was a definite mistake there to send half his units in like that. But Nazy's got 1 mule right now mining. We noted that BugRancher had a small deficit before, but he has 51 drones now and the gold compared to. Okay, he did transfer most of his SCVs now, but still, as you noted, Nazy is still on 1 base because his main is gone, so he's still in a really bad spot right now.
Here comes Bug doing the mineral line harass, and this is going to do so much damage to Nazy. I don't think he can recover if he loses all those SCVs, and he's losing a humongous amount. I think Bug's done damage. He should pull back just about now. A lot of idle SCVs for Nazy. I think he's really rattled at this point.
Yeah, I think he's really afraid, wants to make sure that they're in position to auto repair. And it looks like he's making one final desperation push here with the majority of his miners.
I really don't think it's gonna work. So much units here for BugRancher. He has pretty much double the food of Nazy. and he just needs to pull back just a bit and try to get a flank going.
Yeah, I think all he really needs to do here is morph a few banelings to kill those SCVs and Marines, and then just kind of roll in, making sure to magic box his mutas so the splash doesn't hit them so hard.
Yeah, and as you see, that Bug is getting those banelings up. As you say, the magic box, how good is it versus Thors? Does it really take the Thors out of the game, or?
It's extremely good. Thors obviously are still effective against mutas, but obviously it's not really feasible to build only Thors. So, well, that's debatable, but I don't think in the late game it's really feasible to build only Thors with the options of ultras and things like that. So, as you see there, I think this game
it's pretty much over. Yeah,
I think there's any way for Nazy to win.
Nazy has lost all his forces. He's even afraid to mine on the expansion. So this game is pretty much over. Just waiting for the GG call from Nazy. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. Bug should just go in and kill him just about now. Just has a couple of these medivacs floating around the map, but I'm not sure what Nazy's doing. He's getting rid of bunkers to get 100 minerals, building a couple of marines, a Hellion. But I think it's not gonna be enough by even the wildest imagination. He has now actually he does have a pretty decent amount of marines, but with Bug has this humongous advantage. He's triple Nazy's food now. I don't see it being effective whatsoever. It's just a matter of time for Nazy to realize that. And here comes Nazy now with his second final push. And these banelings are going to go straight after the marines and doing a shitload of damage, taking out half the marines right there. And Nazy now in even a worse position. And Bug's going to swarm in now and just get rid of these last units, and definitely Nazy's going to have to call the GG.
Yeah, this is just a formality.
And
really.
There he goes, that's the GG. Well played by BugRancher, evening up the score to 1-1. Still 3 games to go, don't go away.